21 Days of Mental Health. Today we are talking about mindfulness tasks. So I'm going to go through a few that you can try or you can throw away if you don't like them. It's really important to practice mindfulness if you have mental health, but it's finding the right one for you. Some people don't like sitting focusing on breathing, some people don't like focusing on objects, some people don't like to be really kind of immersed in that presence. Some people just don't like it at all. So if you don't like it, don't do it. So I'm going to go through a few techniques. The information today is taken from Positive Psychology, and that is in the description below. And I'm going to start with the raisin exercise. Got some raisins from I think these are for the nieces. So let's start with the raisin. Now if you haven't got a raisin, then grab something similar or grab a piece of fruit, chocolate, whatever you want to do. We're going to do some mindfulness eating. So I'll give you a second to grab your item. Okay, so hopefully you've got something in your hand now, whether it be small like this or bigger or whatever, but we're going to break it down using our 5 senses. So the first sense we're going to go for, oddly enough, is sound. So what we're going to do is bring the raisin. This is, by the way, one of the first mindfulness tasks I ever did. It's a really common one that you'll probably do in therapies because it's so simple and it really gets the point across. So like I say, you can use anything you like, but I've gone for a raisin because this is the first mindfulness task I ever learned. So yeah, first of all, let's see what we can hear. Now if you squidge it, you can hear it like squidging away. Do you feel silly doing this on camera? And then if you rub it in between your fingers, you can hear it squishing away still, sort of like weird sort of sound. Okay, so we've listened. Now we're going to touch. So what does it feel like? I mean, look, it's all shriveled, isn't it? shriveled grape. But you can sort of, feel the different textures. So when I think it's good to close your eyes, because then you can just focus on that sensation. So what does it feel like? It's a bit squidgy, wrinkly, but you can tell it's kind of juicy on the inside. You feel the sort of juiciness. Okay, so what next? So we've done listening, we've done touching. Believe it or not, taste is going to be last. So let's do smell. Oh yeah. You smell it. Can you like break it open a bit and smell inside? And thirdly, we're just gonna look at it for a bit. Maybe put it in your hand. It's really good to put it in your hand actually, because then you can move it around. So what can you see? Again, it's a bit shriveled. So you can look it in your hand, feel it a bit more if you want, smell it. And notice we still haven't eaten it yet, okay? So we've used our 4 senses apart from taste. Because this is food, we're saving the taste till last. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to eat it, but we're not going to go done, which is how I eat. We're going to do it really slowly. Now, if you don't like raisins, please try something else. I mean, I don't mind them. I quite like them. I'm not a massive fan of sultanas though. But yeah, so and I don't really like fruitcake and things like that, so I'll only eat them on their own. But if you don't like raisins, then don't do this. Use something that you like. Even if it's a bit of chocolate, it really doesn't matter. The whole point is to be mindful. So we're going to go in for our 5th sense now, which is taste. Now I'm not going to bite it straight away. I'm going to place it on the tongue. Roll it around in my mouth. What does it taste like? So you can taste whatever you can taste. Maybe it's chocolate, or maybe it's a piece of fruit, or a clementine, or something like that. Now, I have started to chew it, which I shouldn't have done, because I'm supposed to leave it on the tongue. But once you kind of left it on the tongue, you get that flavour, and we take our first bite. Sorry if this is noisy. Move it around in your mouth. Really, every flavour. And then last second, let it go down. So that is the raisin technique. I personally think it's a really, really good technique to try, and you can try it with anything. Please let me know how you get on. Have you heard of that before? Have you done it before? Do you think it's rubbish? If so, throw your raisins away. Okay, the next one is the body scan. And this is a really good one to do lying down. This is more of a meditation. So if you're not one for meditating, it takes practice. You know, you don't get there straight away. You don't sort of end up just sitting there. It takes a while. It takes a while to learn how to sit up and hold yourself like that. It takes a while to train your brain to kind of switch off. It takes a while to get used to being in the present moment. Not everyone likes it. So do what works for you. So yeah, body scan, lie down. I find lying down a bit easier, but if you are into meditation already and you feel like sitting up, then do it whatever makes you feel comfortable. And you can lie down on the floor, lie down on the sofa, lie down on bed. It really doesn't matter. So the body scan, we just go through the body. We start at the bottom, start at our feet or our toes, and work all the way up. So what we need to do is just close our eyes. Feel free to do it with me. If you don't want to, then don't. Close your eyes and then start off with your right toes. So just wiggle those toes. Sort of get an awareness. Feel them. What can you feel them pressing up against? What can you feel? Any fabric? Now move on to your left foot. Wiggle that. What can you feel? And then move back to your right leg and your left leg. So both lower legs. Feel them. Be aware of them. Be present. And you keep doing this, go all the way up the body. There is some great apps, there's some great videos online for YouTube. Check one of those out. Have a go at the body scan. I'm not going to do the full thing now because I'm trying to just give you some techniques. Mindful seeing. Now you could do mindful seeing, this is the third one, sorry. You could go for a mindful walk. Now what I would suggest if you're going for a mindful walk, just make sure that you're wrapped up warm because it's a bit chilly. And make sure that you feel safe, you know where you're going, don't just kind of walk around aimlessly and walk into the road and things like that. Mindfulness is about being in the present, and going on a mindful walk really just means you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about any other stresses in your life. You're thinking about your 5 senses and what you can experience in the space around you. So for example, you can start with your sight. So look around, what can you see? Can you see clouds? Can you see trees? Can you see birds? Can you see people? Can you see things in the distance? Can you see a funny shaped cloud? Can you see how far in the distance can you see? Really absorb everything, the colours, the shapes, the patterns. Absorb everything that you can possibly see through your eyes, and then try closing your eyes. Again, don't do it in the middle of the road and don't do it while you're walking, but maybe stand still so you're not in the way of anyone, and just take a moment, take a deep breath in, long exhale out, and then what can you hear? So it might be, if you're outside on your walk, you could be in the middle of a field and you can maybe only just hear a couple of birds in the distance. Or maybe you are walking down a path and you suddenly hear you're on the path and you can hear dogs in the distance on a dog walk. Whatever you want to try and do, just try and close your eyes and take in as much sounds as you possibly can. From the furthest away sound to the closest sound. Break it down. What can you hear? What noises are around? Is there any music? All of that. So yes, we've done seeing, we've done sound. Now we do touch. So you could, again, you might feel silly doing this. I personally, the first few times I did it, I did feel a bit silly, but now I don't really care. So if I do go on my mindful walk, I will run run my hands through the trees or a bush, just to feel it. And then I might even grab a leaf, pick up the leaf, if obviously it's not muddy or anything, smell the leaf. Feel what you can. Maybe there's a tree that you can go and feel the bark. Maybe just go and hug it if you're that way inclined. What else can you touch? Can you feel the ground underneath your feet? I mean, if it's summery, if it's in the summer or something like that, then maybe you can take your shoes off and feel the grass or the sand between your toes. What can make you feel mindful and grounded in that moment? Taste, you may be able to taste things from the kind of smells around you. So I've done sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. Yeah, smell. So and then finally, what can you smell? Can you smell, sorry, I got a bit lost there. Can you smell any fires burning, or maybe some cooking, maybe a barbecue if it's in the summer, or maybe in the winter, maybe you can smell someone's log fire burning in the distance. Maybe you can smell freshly cut grass. Maybe you can smell, sort of the fresh air. I love that wintry fresh air smell, can be really, really lovely. So that is a mindful walk. You can also do mindful listening. So just sitting there, closing your eyes, what can you hear? From the furthest away sounds to the closest. I'm going to speed up a bit now because I've spent a bit too much time on those things. And then you could do another mindfulness task, just again using your 5 senses. So it can be anywhere. You could be sitting in your lounge, you could be lying in bed, you could be, maybe you've gone for a little drive and you've parked up somewhere and whatever, or you can sit outside, get a picnic blanket if it's nice. Yeah, whatever you want to do, and just take in those 5 senses again. So smell, taste, touch, sound and sight. They're really, really good. And finally, there's another one I would say, which is more sort of related to breathing, and that is, this is quite long, sorry guys, 3-minute breathing space. Now you can get apps, things on YouTube to try these, or you can just set a timer on your phone and for 3 minutes, and say, for this next 3 minutes I'm going to be breathing. I'm not going to be thinking about the past or the future. I'm going to be in the present. Again, take what you want from these clips, take what you want from these tasks, have a go. Please let me know if you try any of these, what was your experience? Do you absolutely love mindfulness, or do you hate mindfulness? Hopefully there should be something for everyone in there that, that can involve meditation if you like it, and yeah, just using your senses. Being mindful can really, really help with mental health or mental illness. You can promote better mental health by having that time, that 3-minute breathing space, doing those mindfulness tasks. They will kind of keep you present, keep you chilled, keep you calm, and hopefully make it easier for you to do your other daily tasks. Excuse me there. This has been Mindfulness Tasks and the 31 Days of Mental Health. Please comment, please share with me in the space below what's your experience of mindfulness, etc, etc. Do you hate it? Do you love it? I think I've already said that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and please, if you really like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to share it with anyone, maybe someone that might benefit from mindfulness tasks, then please do. Thanks for watching guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.